listening to the Deep Purple Podcast, a fan podcast devoted to one of the greatest bands in rock history, Deep Purple. Your hosts, Nate and John, cover their shared history with the band, discover new music together, and cover the farthest reaches of the Deep Purple family tree and beyond. Here's Nate and John now.
Welcome to the Deep Purple Podcast, a fan podcast devoted to one of the greatest bands in rock history, Deep Purple. Today's episode is episode number 304, Dio, a special from the Spectrum. And coming to you from the suburbs of Chicago, where it is officially colder than Antarctica today, I'm your host, Nathan Beaudry.
And coming to you from the suburbs of Providence, I'm your co-host, John Veganuary Matola.
Oh no. Are you eating vegan one meal out of the month?
Yeah, out of the month. Yeah, it's sometimes. I know that's a vegan January is a thing, like dry January. It's part of this whole
no fun January.
That's all. Yeah, I know everything is about like a health craze, or is it dry January, vegan January, jumpstart January, jumpstart your diet. Like Christ. Although I don't know if I mentioned I was vegan for several years ago.
I think we might have talked about that once.
Yeah, but I mean, there's being a healthy vegan and there's being a junk food vegan, and I was definitely a junk food vegan. Because as soon as I heard
I know are like that, they're just like, "Oh, I'm vegan. I eat French fries and."
Well, yeah, because as soon as I heard that Oreos were technically vegan, I'm like, yeah, no, that's the type of lowbrow shit I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's a diet I can get behind.
And people are always like, "Oh, what do you eat? Like steamed vegetables?" And it's like, well, yeah, I mean, if I were responsible, but I'm not. So,
yeah,
give me like French fried potatoes, fried in vegetable oil, of course, sprinkled with salt, which not filtered through animal bones, and
that's right.
What have you?
Ketchup,
only with only if you don't kill the tomatoes, or only if they're killed humanely.
Yeah, they have to live a rich life before they're plucked from the vine.
No vegan January for me.
A number of years I did vegan till dinner.
Yeah.
So you're just vegan all day until dinner time, and it's pretty good, because if you can cut out all of that stuff, again, as long as you do it responsibly, not if you eat French fries 3 times during across the day and then you have dinner. But I would have something like a cereal with almond milk in the morning, and then for lunch I'd have just something like a salad or just soup that was vegan, and then for dinner it was all bets were off.
Yeah, well, you got that kind of thing too. Meatless Monday, and
every little bit can make a difference. But
Taco Tuesday and Kill Me Wednesday by that time, but Anyways, I figured, as you probably guessed, I mean, I'm giving up on the states. So,
did you finish them?
No, I think I had like 3 or 4 left, but it's like I don't
do like 46 states and then stop.
Well, there was like 46 at one time, wasn't there?
I think there was only 48. I'm sure there was I don't know. I don't know when the other ones Arizona, New Mexico were kind of late, like in the early 1900s, and then
I don't know. I just didn't.
Hawaii were in the 50s.
I don't know. It's like we have like the new format. I don't know. Just didn't feel like dragging it into 2025. So I'm just going with the months thing for now.
We should pick a day or an episode and just lightning round the last 4 in the end of the episode or something.
Yeah, all right. We could do that.
Just get rid of them. Well, if this one runs short, which it probably won't, we can do that.
Yeah.
But it is very cold today. Not as cold as it has been at this time last year and just in the past, but it is officially colder than it is in Antarctica right now. So it was
really
-8 today. Fahrenheit. Celsius is like -22. So cold, but it's been worse.
Wow. I thought it was, I thought like, 15 or whatever was cold here. Jesus.
Yeah, it was pretty cold there. The kids were super excited because all the school districts around ours canceled school, but guess what? We didn't, and they were furious this morning.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, they were not happy. A lot of nasty things were said about the superintendent that I won't repeat here. But anyway, folks, here we are, yet another episode to discuss a live Dio special that I know John has probably a story or two about. But in the meantime, how can you support our show? Well, our show is 100% listener supported and ad free. We don't have ads at the beginning. We don't have ads at the end. We don't have interstitial ads. Unless me and John decide to talk about ball wipes or something, or what the Gardo just texted us. Ass wipes.
He sent us like it was like a grab bag of like different things, and he's just like, what did he say?
Like is this a Whitman sampler?
Is this a Whitman sampler of male hygiene products?
Of Gooch products? Yeah, it's funny. Like I've only ever really used the term ass wipe as like an insult for somebody. So to see a product actually called ass wipe, it'd be like, I'm gonna buy this case of douchebags. It's not really something you think is an actual product until you stop and think about it.
Or you're just, you're shopping and you're just like, hey, honey, when you go out, can you pick me up some ass wipes? I'm fresh out of ass wipes.
I mean, it just seems like it could be just, it doesn't have to state that it's an ass wipe. It could just be a wipe of any sort. Well, unless it's like one of those, those Clorox wipes where they're like, do not use it in your body.
Yikes.
Might be a little harsh. But our show is ad-free and listener supported. So if you want to support us, you can leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcast, buy some merch at our Etsy store, become a patron on Patreon or on PayPal for as little as $1 a month to help support the show. All the money goes right back into the show. Thank you for everybody that supports us there. And then you can also support us on Ko-fi or on Cash App. And as I said, PayPal. You can also do a super thanks. Be the first person to do a super thanks on YouTube, and that won't really do anything for you except make you have bragging rights. But speaking of patrons, patron upgrade. Right before the episode, I just got this email, and I don't know if there's anything to the email. No, it just says, just a edit. Steve Down to Earth Kohler editing their membership from $1 to $3. Thank you, Steve. Really appreciate that. And yeah, no message as to why. But thank you. We appreciate the support. Okay, so speaking of patrons, the rest of our patrons, we have at the I skipped way ahead. Our executive level patrons on the in memoriam tier, the wonderful late Gerald, Jerry, Kelly, and family. At the $25 uncommon man tier, Ovis Nakvi. At the 15 squid tier, we have Alan. At the 10-pound good doctor tier, Dr. Mike Catan. At the turn it up to $11 tier, Clay Wambacher, Frank Thielgard, Mortensen, Mickelstein, Will Porter, PhD, PP, and Michael Bagford. And at the $10 Someone Came tier, Ryan M., Jeff Bryce, Victor Campos, Better Call Saul Evans, Peter from Illinois. Oh my God, Better Call Saul Evans. And Peter from Illinois. And at the Hughes-Oween by 2033, I'm sorry, at the Deep Thoughts by John Matola tier, Fielding Fowler.
And now, Deep Thoughts by John Matola.
Wait a minute. I lost it.
Thank you so much for your support.
That's muscle memory at this point with the Hughes-Oween.
I know. I'm so well. It also still says Hughes-Oween in the show notes, which isn't helping.
No,
that right. It
does not.
John Matola. Okay. All right. Upcoming rankings shows. We got Deep Purple's Machine Head patrons rankings needed by May 5th. So get those rankings in. And we are here this week to talk about a special from the Spectrum. Ronnie James Dio and Company. John, what's your history with this one?
And Company.
And Company.
It's like a ragtag group of performers.
Yeah, they all have like a specialty, like I can pick any lock and I can drive anything,
What was the question?
What's your history with this one?
Well, here I was actually for those watching video, I dug out an artifact.
Oh,
This is my VHS copy,
nice.
special from the Spectrum that I
Look at that.
bought when I was God, I was definitely it was like probably 14, 15, 16 something. Wow, there's
There it
there's
is.
the VHS of it.
It looks like you were kind and you rewound.
Oh yeah, I always rewound everything. This is actually in pretty good shape.
Yeah, it looks good.
I lay you this label has all the songs on it with the writing credits and et cetera, et cetera. See, this is too. I forgot you can open it up and see the tape there.
Oh yeah, it looks they crammed a lot on that label.
Yeah, they did. It's like and I I now openly admit I can't read shit. I can't read it.
You need glasses.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I can't read any of this. But this is my original VHS copy that I bought. Obviously, when I found out that there was a like live Dio special, I like ran out to the local cassette store to buy it. And I just remember putting this on and we had the the one at the time, anyways, just the one TV in the living room, and I have a pretty specific memory of like one time it was during summer break, so my parents were at work, so I just had run of the upstairs, and I had this just playing like on a loop, and I was doing something. I mean, I wasn't just watching it, like sitting there watching it. I was doing something else, but had it on in the living room, just watching it. And around this time, this and I think the other one was like the Ultimate Ozzy. I think were like the two live VHS that I had, which were shows, like live shows edited together, just like front to back. There was nothing like it wasn't like a compilation with like showing clips with like interviews in between like they would now. Like this was just a whole concert performance, or at least I don't know. I don't know much about this outside of this. I'm sure it might be like edited down or something. But anyways, it was yeah, I mean back then it was I know I'm not a huge live album type guy, but I loved the live VHS of these. So like this, the Ozzy one, Purple's Denmark 72 when I got a little older and I was able to like find bootlegs and stuff. I love that stuff because you got the visual along with the music. Like sitting there and listening to it live was one thing, but like watching it and seeing like the just the spectacular stage show and just them moving around and the gestures and how cool the guitar looked and everything. It was just this was one of my favorites. And I mean, plus it was Dio, so I mean, I'm sure that and I haven't seen this in quite a while, so I mean, I'm sure watching it today I'll probably love it as much as I did then, because I mean the quality of music on here is definitely not deteriorated with time. I mean, I'm sure some of these are pretty
deteriorated like the VHS has.
like this tape that I'm holding in my hand. But yeah, no, I definitely, I feel like this is one of the ones that's going to hold up. And I mean, it was they filmed it on the Last in Line tour, so I mean, this is, they were still like smoking hot. This was like the pinnacle of this band.
Yeah.
So, what is your thing with it?
I think I don't have any history from it. I've never seen it.
No, you haven't.
Oddly, I've seen the 1986 one. Is it also from the Spectrum? But it's got Craig Goldie. I think Craig Goldie might be the only lineup change.
Yeah.
But yeah, for some reason I haven't seen this one. It is available on YouTube. I'll put a link in the show notes. And interestingly, so we're going to watch it actually off of the YouTube version, which there's another one on YouTube which had to edit out a few songs because it got banned. But this one has the songs and is not banned. So,
Okay.
Typical YouTube. So this episode will probably be banned on YouTube because it will have the songs, which is consistent with how inconsistent YouTube is. But there you have it. So I don't really have a history with this one too much. I have seen a few like bits and pieces of this, but I've definitely never seen the whole thing all the way through.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to check it out. I will say I have a bootleg audio of this too. So if you'd like, we could stop the video and add in the songs that are missing for the full concert experience. What do you think?
Yeah, we've done that before, right?
Yeah, it's not a ton that's missing, but a few things. So I figure we could just do that. And we'll follow the set list. So I'll pause the video and then go to audio when it turns into that on the set list. But yeah, this doesn't have everything on it. And I don't know why it's not a super long show. I mean, they had movies on VHS. Those could be 2 hours long. And this one's only 50 minutes worth of the concert, which I think is more like an hour and 20 or so. So yeah, we could do that. But should we thank our next level of patrons before we start up this madness?
Yeah, let's get that out of the way.
Out of the way? You mean let's take the great honor of thanking the wonderful people that support us?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, that's what he meant.
Yeah, that.
All right. Thanking our core level patrons at the $6.99, the new nice price tier, we have Spike the Rock Cat and Sugar Tea. At the episode $6.66 tier, we have Steve Coldwell, Arthur Smith,
Getting support from the patron Arthur Smith,
and Anton Glaving,
Pain in the Glaving,
and Charles Meadows. At the $6.65 Almost Evil tier, Kenny Wymore and Richie Sucksmith. At the 70 Norwegian kroner tier, we have Kai, Runa, Yes, I'm Norwegian Olsen. And I do have to say, I did get a nice note from Kai the first episode, after the first episode where he was a patron. He said, I pronounced his name perfectly. So I'm very proud of that.
All right.
The Norwegians, they love me. I'm like, you know how David Hasselhoff is in Germany? That's me with the Norwegians. They just love me. At the $6.65 Almost Evil tier, we have Kenny Wymore and Richie Sucksmith. Oh, wait, I went backwards. At the $5.99 The Nice Price tier, Robert Smith and Carl Hellberg. At the 60 kroner Scandinavian Nights tier, we have Knut Morten Johansson. And at the $5 Moneylender tier, John Convery, German Heindel, Adrian Hernandez, Jesper Alman, Alexi the Perfect Stranger Slepikov, Kev Roberts, Percival Frequency, Scott Zern, Cynthia Doobie, Raf Calf,
My Czechoslovakian is not so good.
Coyote Bongwater, John Maselli,
give me your toes.
My toes.
My toes.
Sarah Sanders,
No, Kelly Clarkson.
Jelly Bean, Evan Robison, Richard Fusey, and Purple Swede.
Swede.
Thank you so much for your support of the podcast. I just realized I could have probably done that in the middle of the concert since we're stopping it, but oh well, what's done is done. Yeah, what are you going to do? All right, so here we are, special at the Spectrum. So this was recorded August 25th, although many places incorrectly listed as the 24th, but where did they play on the 24th, John? One of our favorite metal cities in New England.
Where?
Worcester, Massachusetts, the Paris of the 80s.
Wow.
And it says that the audio for this was produced for the King Biscuit Flower Hour. So This would have been so maybe that's why it was edited down, because it was probably edited down to be. I don't know. Did King Biscuit have Team Bisquick, King Bisquick Flour? Did they have a TV show, or was it just an audio, like a radio?
Yeah, you know what? I'm familiar with it, but I'm not familiar with if it was just audio or video.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I've heard of the King Biscuit Flour Hour, but I think I've only heard audio from it.
Isn't there a Simpsons thing about the King Biscuit Flour Hour?
I might be a bad Simpsons fan for not knowing off the top of my head, but I don't know.
Something Homer says about the King Biscuit Flour Hour, I feel like.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Yeah, maybe it's probably even too obscure for me.
Oh, my goodness. I'm going to need a new co-host. All right. So what we can do is we can start it right up at the intro, which I don't think is on the TV. So there might be a little overlap here, so bear with me. But I'm going to start up the introduction.
It was a radio show.
Yeah, I know it was definitely radio, but I don't know if they ever like branched out into video, maybe in the 80s. But anyway, here is Dio's intro. Sounds like. I don't know if this is also in the video. Sound quality is great. somebody just died.
That friggin' bitch screaming. What's up?
Helicopter coming in. Oh. Must be Claude Schnell on the keys there. Very ominous sort of intro.
Oh, yeah, very
Very
the
metal.
droning keyboard thing that he liked to use.
I can put a link to the show notes of where to get this bootleg too if you're interested. Some woman in the audience is going nuts.
Yeah, she can't contain herself. Shit.
I mean, who would be able to? All right, that's the end of the audio, and then we get right into this. How much of this is overlap? So here we've got the mask of Tutankhamun or something. I'm assuming if this is edited down, they're not going to play all 2 minutes of that intro. Oh.
Classic.
How's the video look? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at this.
It's the same old song. You gotta be somewhere sometime, and then never let you fly.
Those little dance moves. Yeah, great. Like pink satin shirt on with like a little black. Looks like something he stole from Blackmore over the top.
You got desire, so let it out.
They sound great.
Stand up and shout, shout, shout.
He's doing the Coverdale twirl thing with his mic.
Oh yeah. Is this the one? I mean, there's clearly a lot of stuff going on here that makes the riser up to the drums looks like the front of a pyramid.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this was with Vivian Campbell.
Oh man,
Cool as hell. I used to be obsessed with this. The friggin' red leather outfit, the friggin'
oh yeah.
used to have era like friggin', wailing on the guitar. It was like, thought it was the coolest thing ever. Now, is this one of the one where he slays an actual dragon, or is that the other one? I think it might have been the tour after this.
That's probably I think that's the one I've seen, because I remember that vividly.
Yeah, I think the tour where they had a giant dragon he slayed, it was a Sacred Heart tour.
And ironically, not the Killing the Dragon tour.
I think at that point he might have been done with theatrics like that.
At least this kind of theatrics. It's pretty cool though. I like the early to mid '80s metal obsession with Egypt.
Yeah.
But I mean, the coolest thing a metal band could do is just do stuff about Egypt.
But I mean, also, I don't know, when Dio does it, it's not as cheesy,
No, it's great. I didn't think it was cheesy at all. I freaking loved it. All right, so now we're going to pause. The next song on this set list is One Night in the City. This is not on the video.
Definitely a difference in quality, but still pretty good quality.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, around this time, I don't know, this band was just so legit. I mean, they just sounded so good on stage. You know what I mean? Like, you listen to the album, and then you listen to this, and yeah, there are some variations, but not in the quality of playing. Like, some singers, it'd be like you could, or even just the band, they would make a lot of changes, or you could hear that they were struggling, or it just didn't sound like the record. Like, this sounded just close enough to what the studio version sounded like that you're just like, man, they're good. Ronnie always sounded like that.
Yeah, I mean, and just a amazingly tight band. And you really don't hear anything in the way of keyboards here, so I don't know if Schnell was maybe not doing as much on this tour and maybe got a little more involved on the next one.
Yeah, I think so. I think the first couple of albums, they weren't as keyboard heavy.
Yeah. But it's tight, like for a band that's just guitar, bass, and drums, essentially. Oh, there's the keyboards.
Yeah. But I mean, I think they got a little more prominent with it, like from Sacred Heart on. well, then and then definitely like Dream Evil, and got a little poppy.
Yeah. I like this song despite the fact that it starts about a guy named Johnny.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, he doesn't. I feel like he doesn't really linger on it too much, so you kind of can forgive it.
Well, and it's also about like a princess and a dark child. It's not some guy named Johnny who had a shitty band that nobody cares about. Yeah, but to sound this good live is just, man. And Vinny is just killing it on the drums. Is Vinny like unleashed on the album, or is he just going wild because it's live? I don't remember.
If you listen to him, like his fills are pretty intense. Because I was listening to a little Dio the other day, and he's very distinct. I don't know a lot about drummers, but I mean. I do know, like, you can tell when he plays, he's definitely got a style, and he does a lot of wild, like, fills and, things like that. So, I mean, his best can be captured on record,
Usually people hold back a little more on the record. Damn. Powerful. All right, so now we have to see if we can... I don't know if I can quickly switch back and forth here. Let's see. I don't know if it's going to remember where I left off. All right, so we'll pick up where we left off here.
Thank you. We always seem to begin or end in Philadelphia. It's the best place to start, the best place
Sorry,
to
the
stop.
video's not going yet.
No.
It's still playing off of the audio.
Oh.
The obligatory Philadelphia is the best place.
We love Philly.
This from the album Holy Diver that you were gracious enough about last time. The song is called Don't Talk to Stranger. Thank you!
Might hear that again. I'm sure they'll probably edit this down, though.
Thank you! Paul, turn some lights on. I can't see these faces.
If I had the time to edit this better, I would have.
That's all right.
Thank you! We always seem to begin or end in Philadelphia. It's the best place to start, the best place to stop. You're fantastic. My favorite place. Thank you!
Philadelphia, it's his favorite place. Mark it down.
The night before, Worcester was his favorite
This from the
place.
album Holy Diver that you were gracious enough about last time. The song is called
Even the people in
Don't
Worcester
Talk to
weren't buying
Stranger.
that. Like, yeah, right.
I love this song.
So we got 3 in a row from the video here, starting with Don't Talk to Strangers. Just remember this kind of thing where when you hear an album at this time and they'd be playing soft on the guitar like this and you just like knew it was gonna kick in, and it's just like that anticipation. There was no song that didn't do it.
Yeah.
Don't hide in doorways. You may find the key that opens up your soul. Don't go to heaven. It's really only hell. Don't smell the flowers.
Like they kind of had like the 3D laser lights going then. I don't know. There are a lot of bands doing that.
Yeah, I mean, Pink Floyd were probably the big pioneers of that. It's a pretty intricate stage show. I mean, and they're playing the Spectrum, which seats, I think, like 18,000.
Is that how big?
I mean, that's where Flyers play and the 76ers.
Oh.
I mostly know many Bruins games there. Well, on TV. he's really mupping it up. Who was singing along with him there? Was that Vivian? Or Jimmy?
I don't think anybody was. I think when he has those those vocals, like those kind of low like demon vocals that double on it's got to be like a sample or something from the keyboard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I don't see a mic.
Yeah, I don't think that there was, no. Look at that fucking guitar with the skulls on it and everything. I mean,
would he have been like 20 at this point?
Yeah.
Crazy.
But I think I like this too because for like, you know, like so into the guitar players and like him and Jakey Lee basically looked the same around this time.
Yeah, that's true.
So I thought they were the coolest guys to watch. Like just fucking shredding away. And I mean, I always loved this song, but I got much more of an appreciation for it over the years. Just how dynamic and intricate and heavy it is.
Yeah.
And I mean, when he played it live, it was always like, never took anything away from the original. It was always so good live. Like, look at him bathed in that red light.
Yeah. Awesome.
They're only there to make you sad. Don't dream of women. They'll only bring you
I always forget how big an influence Vivian Campbell was on our friend Dan.
Oh, really?
Here, like this right now is just really reminding me of, like, mostly from a songwriting standpoint, but
Oh, yeah?
also playing wise. I know he was a big fan of Vivian Campbell.
Don't you talk, no. Don't talk, don't talk, don't talk.
He's signaling out everyone in the audience. Hey, you, and you.
Oh, he loved to do that shit. Especially on like Man on the Silver Mountain, he goes, "You're the man, and you're the man, and you're the man." He points at everybody. It's like, all right, we're all the man. Get on with it.
Thank you.
It'd be great to wheel this one into a classroom for elementary school
Thank you
kids.
so much.
Oh, hell yeah.
Don't talk to strangers. Just wheel that
This
VHS
particular
in.
bit of history is being filmed tonight, so you're all going to be famous. Just enjoy it. It's like the same thing. It's rock and roll. That's what it's all about. We should like to do it for you from the album The Last in Line. The song is simply called Mysteries. What?
I just thought it was really interesting. They really toned down the keyboards.
Yeah.
on this song, especially in the intro.
They're also not showing him at all.
Well, yeah, I think this was right around the time where it was not
What was that? He just caught something from the crowd. Is it panties?
a towel.
I don't know.
Somebody's moist towelette, some ball wipes, maybe. I think this was right around the time where having a keyboard or organ player shown on stage was not as cool. So they tuck him away in the back.
Yeah, like there's lights shining on all four of them right now, but he's elsewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, because we've talked about it before, whereas it's like, a band like Whitesnake at the time was still kind of pushing those boundaries, keeping John Lord front and center instead of having him be one of those guys where they're just like, get behind the curtain.
Yeah. But I think it's the 86 one I'm thinking of where he has a solo and he's much more prominent.
Yeah, which is actually really odd because, again, metal bands, like, keyboards were kind of prominent, but the keyboard player wasn't.
Yeah. And I don't think half the people in the audience even thought about it. They heard the keyboards and they're like, not doing the math of looking who's on stage and realizing it's being piped in.
Which I don't know why. I don't know why you would minimize the contributions of like a keyboard player.
It was considered uncool back then. It was weird because in the 70s it was so prominent.
Yeah, dude, I mean, just look at any videos of like John Lord practically tipping his organ over. That's like the equivalent of like what Vivian Campbell is doing with the guitar now, like holding it up and all that kind of stuff. Like, don't tell me that can't be cool. I actually prefer this one a little bit to the album one, just not because I don't like the keyboards, but I do like it a little more guitar forward.
Rabbit's foot on his mic.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, does he have feathers on there? Would he take that mic stand from Steven Tyler?
I said rabbit's foot.
Do they have rabbit's feet in Egypt? Ancient
I don't know,
Egypt?
did they have rabbits in Egypt? If so, they had the rabbit's feet. I had one of those like when I was a kid. It was that color too. It was like dyed blue.
I think we've discussed that before. What a bizarre trend that was. Chop the feet off of a little animal and put them on keychains for kids. All right.
For good luck. It's very good luck for the rabbit.
It goes along with what you saw in the beginning of the show and what you'll continue to see. Something from a very, very strange land, a strange place. The place is called Egypt. The song is Egypt. The chains around the song.
A very, very strange land, a strange place. It's called Egypt.
I wonder how the Egyptians would feel about that if they heard that.
I don't know. I met an old lady recently who was not very charitable in what she said about Egypt.
Oh boy.
She was like super, it was just one of those things that took a really super racist turn and you were like, oh, it's uncomfortable, but she was 99 years old. She was born, she's like, I was born in Egypt under the British rule. And I was like, oh, wow, that's nice. There's a nice old lady. And then she's like, they're terrible, dirty people. And I was like, oh, God, lady. But it's like, well, you're very old, so I guess we'll let that one slide a little, but it's not really that good.
I think that's hilarious. Like people that just like are racist or horrible toward like their own people, and you don't expect it.
Well, she was British, so she probably was not their own people, but it was just one of those things that started off like, oh, I'm having a conversation with a sweet little old lady.
Yeah, that's why, because it's so unexpected.
Off the deep end, and you're like, oh, okay, well, it's been nice talking to you. If she was closer to my age, I might have countered her, but I was like, you know what? I'm just going to remove myself. This is a great track, too.
Yeah, this is another one that I really prefer this version over the album version, because I know that Dio produced his albums, and I know that like the first album sounded great. I always thought that the Last in Line, the production on it sounded a little thin at times.
Yeah, I can see that.
In comparison to this, you know. And I mean, again, there's like the mix, at least on this video, is really guitar forward, which makes the songs really like pop. And just enough keyboard in there to give it a little depth.
A lot of the direction on this is really good. Like the shot they just had of the whatever it is, like a sphinx, or maybe it's like just a sphinx. And they pan back and it's like Vivian Campbell's legs to show him playing the guitar, and that other shot earlier when you just saw his shadow during the guitar solo.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Yeah, this is definitely they definitely didn't use like a Deep Purple cameraman where they're just like, let's just take a picture of the back of Richie's hand during like a blistering solo.
Well, in all fairness, it's probably because Richie told them, if you get near me, I'll break your camera or your face or both.
Yeah,
but often, they would just focus on Gillan with the tambourine during a solo or whatever.
But I mean, he also said too that this is being filmed. He knew it was being filmed.
Yeah.
So they obviously had this planned out.
I wonder how much the band is involved. Like Vivian, during this part of the song, stand right here on the stage so we get that shot of the Sphinx.
They were frightening the darkness. They had rainbows in their eyes.
Oh, Jimmy Bain's really getting into this part.
Singing along.
Back when drum solos were a thing.
So does this go to the whole drum solo?
Yeah.
Huh, okay. Track listing must be a little messed up then.
I don't think that they did they even list the drum solo on this? Hang on, I'm going to my VHS.
I think they list this.
No, they don't. Slow it down. Beat it up. I love those tom rolls.
So yeah, my track. So apparently this drum solo comes after Holy Diver, which is oddly not on the video at all. But maybe we'll have to go into that one next. Like people make fun of drum solos, but the crowd is going crazy.
I don't think they made fun of drum solos back then.
Yeah, probably not. Whoa! Nice.
Vinny Appice! Vinny Appice, all right!
Okay. So we're gonna pause and go to the audio because this one goes into Heaven and Hell from there. But before it is Holy Diver.
Interesting.
Very interesting that they wouldn't play Holy Diver.
I mean, unless they were leaving it off in favor of some of the songs from at the time, the current album.
I feel like this is such a big hit, though. My daughter just came downstairs with the most ridiculous makeup on I've ever seen, and she was laughing at the top of the stairs.
Oh, why?
And then she texted me a picture of what she looks like. I'm going to send it to you.
What the?
Sometimes she gets like a makeup tutorial. She looks like Ariana Grande with crazy eyelashes.
Well, I have to say also one of your she and one of your sons looks very similar.
Yes, they do.
So I was going to say it also looks like one of your sons in drag. So drink that in for a minute. Like, if you ever wanted to be a drag queen, that's what he would look like.
I have to like do a double take sometimes when I'm looking at them. I don't know which one it is.
Well, actually, yeah, when I got your Christmas card this year, I was just like, they just look so alike because they're both like, blonde hair and
he has the long hair, which...
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the long blonde hair, sometimes I have to look for it.
Enough, I never get him confused with his twin brother, but I get him confused with his sister that's 3 years older. Of course, she's taller than him now, but... That sounds exactly like on the album too.
Mm-hmm. I mean, a lot of times too, people be like, "Oh, you know, don't want it to sound just like the album." I mean, I would say that just is a testament to how well they played, because you could tell that the albums that they performed early on were pretty, were done, done live.
Yep.
Very probably minimal, overdubs, touch ups, things like that.
Yeah, maybe not any.
All right.
All right. So then we go back to the video for sort of 5-ish song stretch, starting, if I can find the right spot here, with Heaven and Hell as we get into our little Black Sabbath here. Let's see. And we'll say, let's pick right around here. There we go. This should be a fun show to edit. And then this one, it goes from the drum solo straight into Heaven and Hell. Like his white tiger shirty on here.
Ride the tiger.
Yeah, I ride the white tiger there. He's got a different guitar.
What is that? Like a Washburn?
Oh yeah, it might be.
It's heaven and hell.
See, this is another one. I mean, this is really associated, this song, with Ronnie, even though it's a Sabbath song, and especially this lineup. I mean, they did this song justice big time. I mean, it's hard. It's hard when you're very distinctive, sound like Tony Iommi to do his guitar parts any justice, even if they are like the bass line, the guitar. I mean, yeah, they're not anything terribly difficult to play, but the sounds that they came up with on this, it's like, Ronnie and his subsequent bands, they always did a great job reinterpreting these songs, so he kind of kept it his. Yeah, Ronnie a huge part of it too. Like, I mean, if he wasn't singing, this song wouldn't be as good.
I know Gillan did this song, right? Did he do it on that episode we did?
I think so.
Maybe. Or somebody did.
Yeah, see, Gillan isn't this type of singer though.
Yeah, this is a. I think that's why it's so hard to do. I think it was hard for Ronnie to do Ozzy stuff. It's hard for Gillan to do Dio stuff. They're all just so. It's not even about the skill of the singing. They're just so distinctive.
Well, these guys are very expressive, but all in very different ways.
Yeah.
Heaven
in the middle of heaven and hell, Ronnie bats a beach ball off the stage.
It'd be great if they go into Kokomo next. The beach ball flying away.
I mean, listen to this fucking solo.
Awesome.
I mean, he got it. He got the essence of the song. I mean, Iommi himself couldn't have done any better. When I see this, all I can think of is just Chris L. crying, thinking of him being in Def Leppard now, just doing nothing.
Well, he always talks about how much that makes him respect him.
Yeah.
Because he does hold back and he does do the parts.
Yeah, but I mean, because Chris was talking about it in a recent episode, and I kind of I get it, I mean, I agree with them. It does take a lot to hold that back, but man, I just I just weep for the loss of this.
There we go, guitar solo. Oh, now he's running up the stairs. Oh, he's doing a lot of cool one-handed stuff, but you can't see it because they turn the lights off.
Somebody's losing their job.
You can sort of barely make it out. Now they got the light on him again. Oh, I think he's changing guitars. That sounded out of tune.
Yeah, right toward the end.
Right towards the very end, yeah. Oh no, same guitar. Oh, this one's glowing in the dark. Maybe they were plugging the guitar in because it's doing some sort of weird thing now.
I always loved that when there was a guitar solo and they stopped and they did maybe 30 seconds of just a cool riff.
Yep.
That just didn't go anywhere except back into more soloing.
Yes.
It's very Randy Rhoads sounding.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah, he
knows that other string is out of tune.
Out of tune, and he just pulled those fingers off. He muted them. I mean, how does a guitar not go out of tune if you're using it like that?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, that's what makes this show and music around this time more endearing. You know, leave them to fucking mistakes.
Yeah.
No, don't try and whitewash everything.
One of my favorite clips of Hendrix. He's playing. I forgot what song. He's playing a song. And he's doing a guitar solo. And he goes back into the song and he hits. I think it's like an open E, and you see the look on his face. He's like, "Ooh," and you see he just reaches his hand over and he tunes it up to where it's supposed to be. But he's so cool. He makes like a joke about it. It's like,
yeah,
that's why he was one of the greatest of all time.
Vivian Campbell and his magic guitar.
Magic guitar. It was flashing like crazy. They must have had to plug some sort of thing in on it.
If you work just a little bit harder.
Oh yeah.
Quite hard at the moment. Just follow this along. You'll remember it. You back there. On and on. On and on. On and on. On and on. All right. We'll come back and do that one again in a moment.
Then
a big black shape looking up at me.
Satanic red light on Dio now.
He said, "Come with me, and I'll give you desire." First, desire. Burning fire.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's a fun song to come along and just drone on this little part, you know?
Oh,
Then
yeah.
a little white shape looked down at me. Said, "Heaven is where you
I
want
wonder,
to
like,
be."
Jimmy Bain at a certain point in the song, is he just like, what's he thinking
He
about?
said, "Come with me, 'cause I know
Did I
just
leave
what
the
to do."
iron? What's that from?
I said,
leave the
"Go away! I'm gonna burn
like an
in hell
airplane?
with you, and you, and you, and you, and
I remember that part right there. It was like, I did not want my mom to hear that. Telling an angel from heaven, "Go away, I want to burn in hell." Oh my
Yeah. And make sure you like look around and turn the volume down at that part.
Yeah.
Tony's not going to be a fan of this.
If I play this for her now, she'd just shake her head and be like, "I just never understood you." Which means like she's finally accepted it after like 40 years, you know?
She's given up. She knows that she has very little control over what you listen to these days. I can't even bother with my kid. It's like all bets are off. Like at this point, like whatever. Probably listening to just the same sort of stuff when I was their age.
Yeah.
Going to last in line here.
I mean, what a set list, too. I mean, just like,
Yeah, that's a killer.
what fucking one stone cold classic after another.
And we're talking about a band that only has one album out at this point. Oh, no, I'm sorry, two. But
Yeah.
still, it's just incredible.
Yeah, but Ronnie and Jimmy have like so much musical history behind them
Yep.
already.
I love when he gets all theatrical and mimes the words. Tear. There you go.
I didn't know about any of his elf stuff at this point, I think, so it would be funny if he's like, after this, he's like, "Now I want to play Caroline County Ball."
That would be great. Claude Schnell comes out in like a tuxedo and plays an old piano on the stage.
Yeah, I want to play some honky tonk classics now for you.
You could do it as an intermission. No, Campbell played like some Kramer and some Charvel. I don't know which this guitar is. I got a picture of him here with a BC Rich. That other one looked very BC Rich. Could have been.
Yeah.
I kind of respect the guitarists that don't have any one guitar. Like, they'll be playing a Les Paul style, then they'll be playing a Strat, they'll be playing, like, Bobby Boland was famous for that. He didn't play anything.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. I mean, play what sounds good, you know?
We search for the truth. We got dying on the tube. The thrill of just the taste is worth the pain.
I think it was like, I mean, it doesn't look like he was playing them now, but I think that he primarily played Gibson Les Pauls.
I would say with Def Leppard, yeah, because that's what Steve Clark used to play.
I mean, unless he just, played them on albums, but like have the flashy guitars like live.
The other one he was playing looked like a Les Paul style. I don't know if it was a Gibson. Oh, he's up right in front of the drum set now. He's went all the way up to the Ziggurat. Oh, it's opening up.
Uh-oh. It's a three-headed serpent.
Oh my goodness.
Or a two-headed serpent. What does that have to do with Egypt?
Or maybe it's three snakes. You think they're all coming from the same serpent body?
Yes.
Snakes, Egypt? Sure. I was born in Egypt. I hate those snakes. The snakes are slowly making their approach to Ronnie. The snakes are just kind of bumbling around. They're not very mad.
Yeah, this is actually kind of comical.
Oh yeah, it's hilarious.
It's got to be like the
Oh, look at the
Spinal
eyes
Tap
of Murray
moment.
in the background there.
Oh, there you go.
Showing up. The snakes are just kind of shimmying back and forth.
Yeah, see, Murray's eyes are lighting up back there.
Murray is a little more intimidating than the snakes.
I still love how they just like had like a Jewish demon as like their mascot. Yeah, his name's Murray Goldstein. I always like the bass line in this song too, because it's another one that's just so simple, but it's like really melodic. Got a nice groove to it. I just think it's funny now because those snakes are just like hanging out.
Like, everybody, hello?
Hello, three-headed serpent here.
They're shimmying very slowly side to side.
Yeah, but I mean, what's like the end game here? Like, what are the snakes supposed to be like doing? Like attacking the band, or coming up to the audience? I don't know. Well, he shouldn't be. Look, they're just going like. going like this.
Damn. I don't know what I'm more impressed with, the guitar solo, the fact that he can spread his legs and do a split like that.
Well, you know what I'm not impressed with? Those snakes.
Looks like he's got a snake in his trousers, too. Things are painted on. There's 4 snakes on stage.
You got Joe Pesci coming in from Home Alone. I don't know no snakes.
Yes, snakes.
Snakes?
No snakes.
I don't know no snakes.
Cheers to you. Good health. You're the best. All right. Give yourselves a roar. Thank
Oh,
you.
he's got a drink
This
finally.
is called a rainbow in the dark, is what?
There we go.
You have to like screaming for like singing his heart out for like a dozen songs. He's like a little parched. I could go for a water.
People just didn't drink water, but I don't know how you perform all those songs and like, now I'm gonna have a drink of water. I've been performing for an hour. I don't even know how you do this whole show without drinking water. I'm drinking constantly.
Oh, because I know because if I did drink water, then we'd have to pause and I'd have to keep going pee.
Maybe we should have a deep purple catheter we could sell in the Etsy store.
Well, the funny thing is like, you know, the bathroom is just right across the hall from the room that I'm in, so I don't think this cord would stretch, though.
Maybe like Leslie Nielsen in Naked Gun when he takes the microphone and grabs
I like that scene in Revenge of the Nerds where he's just like, you hear him peeing the whole time while they're having a 10-minute long dialogue.
Oh, it's Ogre.
Yeah.
Or Austin Powers. There's lots of great cinematic peeing scenes. That's an old man's game, or a young man's game rather, doing that on stage. Well, him and Phil Collin are in great shape. They could probably do anything. And he said this is like the last show on the tour.
Well, the first or the last. He said at the beginning he likes to begin and end in Philly, so I don't know if this was... Well, actually, if they were in Worcester before, then this is probably the end, yeah.
But definitely...
Going out all the stops.
Sounds like a band that's banging on all cylinders.
I was actually listening to a couple of tracks off of Sacred Heart the other day, and it's all in all not as good as the first 2 albums, but there's still some really good stuff on there. Same band. Just I know by that time it wasn't like things weren't as great as the first 2, just in general with all of them, but
Did Vivian leave right after Sacred Heart?
yeah.
And then Goldie did the tour?
You know, I'm not sure. I don't know if he did some of the tour and then Goldie replaced her, if he did the album and then didn't do the tour. Like, I can't remember. And Goldie was pretty good too. I know that, like, I've heard some of the live the live stuff with him, like '87 or whatever, doing some of the, especially the Deep Purple stuff or like the Rainbow stuff. I mean, he nailed like Richie's parts.
He's like a disciple of Richie.
Yeah. But I mean, not like did them justice, but I mean, like really just captured like the, you know, like, wow, this is very like Blackmore style too. Like he was like, you know, Dio was good. You know, very good at picking guitar players, I think.
Yeah, you can find some really good videos of Goldie doing some Blackmore stuff. I think he's got like a super long version of Mistreated up on YouTube. But really nice guy too. I've had some interactions with him.
Oh yeah.
And, I wonder if we could have him. Wouldn't it be amazing if we did like the Goldie era Dio stuff and had him on as a guest to do it like a normal Deep Purple podcast episode?
I think that's something you should get in the works there, Nate.
It could, but it would feel weird ranking the songs. That was a 3. 3 is good, but
like we see each other on the video feed. I give this one a 2, and then he looks at like raises an eyebrow. 4.
What do you think?
5. Everything's a 5.
Yeah, it'll be the new top album. Well, yeah, some good stuff there, but I just feel like it would be that might be awkward, the ranking part of it. Maybe we
why is Dream Evil the number 1 album? Strong armed by Craig Goldie. I had no choice.
Oh my god. All right, so now we're gonna go to some after that segment, it goes into, which is not on the video, it goes into 3 tracks. A little, we'll call it a rainbow trio, and I don't think it's even full tracks, but here we go, starting with...
The song is called "The Man on the Silver Mountain."
Ooh, definitely up tempo.
Oh yeah. This was around the time where everything got sped up. Yep, so just to go back to this, Vivian did participate in the initial leg of the Sacred Heart tour, and then was dismissed or quit, and then was replaced by Goldie. So the tour was notable for its elaborate stage production, featuring a mechanical dragon and extensive laser effects.
And he stabs like the dragon with the sword.
Yeah,
with the big sword. Well, it's probably a regular size sword.
A performance from the tour recorded on June 17th, 1986 at the Spectrum in Philadelphia again was later released as Finding the Sacred Heart Live in Philly 86.
Yep. And I think the reason I've seen that one is because you talked about really liking the Spectrum show, and I looked, and that's what I found first, so I watched it.
But I meant this really... Spectrum show.
Yeah, and then I found out there was another Spectrum show, and I said, oh, well, that one's good too.
I don't think I've seen that one. I might have seen like clips from that Spectrum show. Obviously, it hasn't had as much of an effect on me as this show did, but I do know that there was I might have seen like a performance of like Stand Up and Shout from that one, and thought it was really good.
He sounded like he was grossed out. He was like, ooh, and then he sees like something gross on his finger. Ooh,
a snake.
Maybe one of the snakes got him. We can't see the video right now.
Fire! Dio's the only one that could get away with that. Where he'd just say things like, fire! And like, he'd just be like, oh, he's so cool. Fire!
Fire!
I remember the first time we heard Ronnie turning Evil when he was singing "Love Is All" on the Butterfly Wall. He's like, "When your back's against the wall."
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is he doing?
He goes full on Dio.
Yeah, he's like, oh, he's finding himself.
I'll give you my hand. Here's my hand. My hand. Together we will fly. Together we will fly. To shoot and I way up to the mountain.
They say shoot a web to the mountain?
If I'm high on the hill, she will still be looking down at. No, we don't want to do that.
Oh, that's good. Come on, Ronnie. How about Hoochie Coochie Lady?
Yeah, people are in the audience just shouting out Elf songs. Hoochie Coochie Lady!
First Avenue! What?
LA 59!
Annie New Orleans! Like, what the hell are they talking? You see some of the newer Dio fans. What the fuck are these people talking about? Well, imagine if like some of Ronnie's fans from like 10, 15 years earlier were at a show like this and they were like screaming out, they go, play Blanche!
Well, yeah, what if it was a bunch of people from New York, upstate New York, that had seen him with Elf and they hadn't seen him since, and they're like, hey, Ronnie James Dio, he's got a new band and he's performing at the Spectrum. Let's go see it. Whoa, this is a little different.
Oh, yes, I remember him. What a delightful young man. Didn't he play trumpet?
I loved his honky-tonk stuff.
Didn't he play the trombone? Or like, you know, he played a wind instrument, right?
He played the trumpet, right? I think it was the trumpet.
Something like that, yeah.
I hope he's got some good trumpet solos tonight.
Something like this. It's for the sake of rock and roll. So let's all shout it out together, all right? All you gotta sing is long live rock and roll. Like this. Long live rock and roll.
Nice.
Yeah, but even so, if there were newer fans that didn't know, like this song, it still fits in the message.
Yeah.
Like even the way they're playing it.
Message.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean,
Just
it's
got a
like
little more into wizards is all.
yeah.
All of those of you on the top. Just around the sun.
When we say there's a kid that was like too young to listen to Rainbow, and now they're like 14 or 15 in this show, it's like, and they knew nothing about Rainbow. This, you know,
Yeah.
would still be appealing.
Sure.
You're fine. Let's just try all those of you about to.
I know that I used to just be blown away when I saw Ronnie in the 90s, and he would be pulling out like fucking Rainbow stuff and everything, Sabbath, everything. I'd be like, oh my God, like deep cuts all over the place. It was the best.
I'm looking up the set list for the show that we went to see and see if it's up there.
Just you.
We saw him June 18th, 1997.
Really?
It's a pretty goddamn good set list, too. I'll talk about it later.
All right. Where do we see him?
At the Strand. Nice. They got the audience mic'd up pretty nice for that, too.
And that was the Angry Machines tour, right?
Yep.
And that's when he was with Tracy G.
I want to say Craig Goldie was playing with him, though.
No, I think it was Dio, Tracy G, Vinny Appice, I remember. I think it was one of the few people that really liked Tracy G.
Yeah, I guess Tracy G played with him that whole time. So for some reason in my mind it was Craig Goldie, but
No,
Craig Goldie came in shortly after in like the 99 or so.
Yeah, he came in the early 2000s and did that concept album with him.
That's awesome. Matt.
Jumble sale after this.
What'd he say? Sounds like he said, we're going to have a jungle sale after this one. I don't know what that means. He had this bass player that looks like Vigo from Ghostbusters 2.
What, on the 97 tour?
99. Wow.
Oh.
Oh, I guess he played with Alice Cooper.
That explains it.
All right, so this is like the false ending here. He says, thank you, good night, and all the best. And there's like 4 minutes left in this track before we get to the video encore. So you know what? If this is just a live recording, why don't we just go through the next round of patrons and see if that works?
All right.
So we're gonna thank our foundation level patrons. Coming in at the £3.50 Deep Purple New York tier, we have none other than Lord. Oh, maybe not.
You tried it.
Lord Longford? There we go. At the £3 aromatic fee tier, we have Simon Ford and Richard Brees. At the 393 pence tier, we have
Blackmore Tights.
At the $3.33 halfway to evil tier, Stephen Sharp and Duncan Leask.
Smoke on the water, fire in the sky.
I like hearing her sing this with the crowd roaring behind her, as they should. At the $3 Nobody's Perfect tier, we have Peter Gardeau. Ian DeRosier. Mark Roback. Stuart McCord. We also have Ivan Fjellbu. Runar Simonsen. Ruinous Inadequacies, Corey Morissette. Then we have I went off the deep end with that one.
Yeah.
Weston Supermare Pilgrim, Joe Dopefish Sigler. Adam Cork, Tim Woods, Steve Down to Earth Kohler. At the $1.71 I Want My Own tier, we have
Rich Yangui Shaylor. Who the hell is that?
at the 10 Cold Hard Danish Kroner tier, we have Karsten Lau.
Cold Hard Danish Kroner.
At the $1 made up name tier, we have the Don't Talk to Dying Strangers, Leaky Mausoleum, Stephen Somerville, the Concerto 1999 Fanatic, Hank the Tank, Private Eyes, Ashton Lionel, Swapper the Electric Alchemist, Andres Engstrom, ICDC, Durple Purple, David Haddam, Graham Bonnet's Disco Pants and Haircuts.
I said, Graham, you know, our audience expects you to be a bit more dirty.
Disco Pants and Haircuts, yeah.
Eddie,
I'm just gonna put my guitar across his head.
Eddie Lyon,
homosexual,
and Sick Tone.
Where is she? Where is she? She's just about to close up the library.
Thank you so much to all of you for your generous support. It seems like the crowd's winding down. Oh, look at that.
Wow. Good timing.
Perfect timing. Unbelievable. As we get ready to go back into the video here in a few seconds. The band is back on stage, ready to perform their encore.
You people are something else. Thank you very much. We love you. Thank you.
You people are something else. It sounds like an insult. You know, you people are something else. All right, so here we go.
You didn't say it like that. You people are something else.
You know, you're something else. You don't hear people say that anymore. We should bring back something else. Okay, here we go. All right, but on the video, it doesn't last quite that long. That was perfect timing.
Yeah.
So, right to the encore here.
See if we remember this one. Goes like this. If you listen to fools, the mob rules. Yeah!
Look at that cool neon Dio thing they have where the snake was. That's cool. Looks like the Unskinny Bop video.
I prefer the Laser Dio logo to the snake. A little more cutting edge.
The snakes were not the best.
A little more cutting edge for the time.
Oh, and it's rotating.
You know, if it goes upside down, it says devil. Look at that guy.
That guy's going insane.
It's like,
well, you can see, like, if you were going to see Dio, you might not even assume that he would be playing Sabbath stuff or anything. So you maybe it's like the guy's just like, oh my God, I thought it would just be Dio stuff.
It's over, it's done. The end has begun. If you listen to fools, the mob
Kane's going hard on that bass. Yeah. He's got the one long fingernail there. Was the 80s, I guess.
I like how they're just like, they're cutting to the crowd and they're just showing all like frat bros that are headbanging.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It's like nobody with long hair. It's just all these like short hair guys that look like they're ready to just like get juiced up and punch you in the nose.
Let's just do some roids and go punch Matola.
Well, no, don't punch me.
I'm just saying.
Was Ronnie has a whip?
Does he? Oh yeah, he's got like a glow-in-the-dark whip. Oh wow, he's whipping it. Oh, they're making it look like he's causing the explosion. Look at that! You don't see this
Everybody better back up.
shows anymore.
If I were Vivian Campbell or Jimmy Bain, I caught one of those in the side of the head, I'd be pissed.
I was wondering if he's just gonna whip Vivian. Please faster!
Solo harder!
Wait, it
What
just
happened?
stopped? There's supposed to be one more song. Did the
What is
video
it?
just end?
Is it? Did it freeze up or is it at the end?
No, it just ended.
That's not right.
No.
Yeah, there is one
Oh,
more
I wonder
song.
if it got cut off from because of the stupid
The copyright.
those the few songs that are you can't have for some reason.
You
Well,
have the
you know
audio?
what? We have the here. Well, let's we'll get right into it. Ending with We Rock. So pretty cobbled together, but this is the closest you're going to get to the concert experience in 1984, unless you were there. Pretty cool ending it with, I guess you end it with a newish song and a classic.
Yeah. Could be a good like opening track too. Or a good closing track.
Yeah.
Oof.
What?
I don't know, I just like if we were looking at that fretboard right now, there'd be smoke coming off of it.
In any sensible video, there'd be smoke coming off of it. They went through all that trouble of rigging up all the lights on that guitar. They should have rigged up like a system where when he's soloing, there's just smoke pouring out the fretboard, you know? You could even be the little dots on the fretboard. You could just have those be hollow and run the tubes up to them and just have have the smoke coming out.
Interesting.
Surprised nobody did that.
Well, I know Ace Frehley did that. I mean, he did out of the pickups, but
Oh, right.
But I mean, just like somebody going like this and then all of a sudden smoke coming out of the frets, that would be like...
That'd be cool. Or you could even just have it piped into their... Well, I guess they're not wearing sleeves.
Yeah.
This was the 80s.
Yeah, sleeves optional.
Sleeves were not optional. You could not have them.
Sleeveless,
you want sleeves?
Sleeveless mandatory, yeah.
Like, sleeves, no service. Wow. That's a cool breakdown. Pretty intense ending to the show.
Thank you, every one of you. You're great, brilliant. Thank you, all of us. We rock.
Philadelphia, my favorite city. All right. I feel like we should just have this crowd cheering behind us all the time when we talk, but so what do you think, John? What do you think of Special from the Spectrum?
Oof.
Bring back some memories?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just as actually better than I remembered.
Yeah?
I mean, yeah, these are like great versions of these songs, definitely held up. And you know what? I even dare I say the stage show held up too. I mean, except for the snakes, but
the snakes weren't that great.
I don't know no snakes.
I don't know no snakes. But the rest of it was actually really good.
Yeah, I thought it was.
You could say maybe there were. I don't think any other part of it was really that cheesy. Especially for the time, it was very cool. Like the whole Egyptian theme, the pyramid, the sphinxes, the glowing Dio logo, the glowing guitar. It's like, they don't really do that anymore. Every band has a screen behind them where they show stuff or whatever, or they show on the other screens, they'll show close-ups of some of the musicians, but nobody does anything like this anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably more cost-effective these days not to, bring a show like that out on the road, or they couldn't command that kind of an audience. Our music, but I think it's like cutting edge for the time. I would say like Ronnie had a lot of great stuff going on. I mean, and the versions of these songs, like the quality of the musicianship. I mean, I didn't doubt that it was great, but I forgot that it sounded that good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it holds up pretty well. And then the bootleg portion too is also pretty good. I'm assuming it's probably from the same feed or whatever. It was probably all just coming off the soundboard or whatever if they were recording for the King Biscuit Flower Hour, but it sounds great. But yeah, very enjoyable listen.
Yeah, I'm glad we revisited that.
Yeah, I'm glad I visited it. This is my first time really hearing it. I've seen him slay a dragon, but I've never seen him have some snakes amble behind him for a while. And then they just kind of disappeared. They just weren't around anymore. They gave up.
Yeah.
They were trying to spook him, and it just didn't work. He was too strong.
It just kind of came out. It was almost like Ronnie's like, let's try something. And then they just came out, and he's like, yeah, you guys are right. This isn't working. Put him away.
Back to the drawing board. We'll try a dragon or something next time.
Put him away. Just pull up that laser logo that we have. Let's do that instead.
Put him away. It makes you wonder if like some of those props still exist or if they were just all like burned or whatever. Like it'd be great to just have those snakes. If they go on auction, maybe I'll just have them in the background here while we record. They'll just be going side to side like they did behind Ronnie.
Could you imagine that though? Just like maybe a prop like that, or even like the whip or something, just like them throwing let's throw that shit away, and somebody had the foresight to grab it and just be like, yeah, let me hang on to this.
It was recently, it was on one of the Facebook groups within the last 6 months or so, was debating about what happened to the giant rainbow they used to have on the rainbow shows. And Colin Hart got involved in everything. And I think they kind of narrowed it down to that some sort of nightclub in Mexico City has it and they bought it, but where it is, they don't really know.
Wow.
But if we go back to 1997, when we saw them, I sent you the list. They opened with Jesus, Mary, and the Holy Ghost.
Yeah, that was from the new album.
That might have been from the new album. I wouldn't have known these songs as well. Third track, Don't Talk to Strangers, then Holy Diver, drum solo, Heaven and Hell, Double Monday. I'm assuming that's a new album.
Yeah.
Stand Up and Shout, Hunter of the Heart, Mistreated, Catch the Rainbow.
Yeah, when
Guitar
he did
solo,
those, I was blown away. Yeah.
Last in Line, Rainbow in the Dark, Mob Rules, Man on the Silver Mountain, Long Live Rock and Roll, and We Rock. So that's a pretty damn good show.
Yeah.
I just remember it being so freaking loud.
Yeah.
But it was great. It was a great show. A lot of energy.
Yeah, I'd love to look up a bootleg of that tour.
That would be cool if you had a bootleg of that specific show.
Yeah, I wonder if it exists.
I'll look into it. We could put that on the docket for someday. Let's see. I'm finding a bunch of garbage here. I'll have to look into it better. Oh, wait, is this it? Oh, somebody is on a message board looking for a bootleg of that show. So it's probably not out there, but.
Well, actually, there is there isn't there is a remastered video of Dio's performance of The Strand, November of '96 on YouTube, which is part of the same tour.
And I see the Strand audio as well.
Which, who knows? I might have been at this one.
You might have been at that one too, yeah.
Let's see, is it a video or is it audio?
96? I wonder.
I mean, I could
think it
check,
was 97 for some reason. I don't know.
Oh no, it's just audio, but still, it could have been. I mean, I could check. I saved all my ticket stubs from that time. I could check.
I would be willing to bet it was 97, but you never know.
Yeah.
Well, all right, folks. There you are. Another episode, another great live Dio performance. Let us know what shows you were at, and if the bootlegs are out there. This would be interesting to collect some of these bootlegs from shows you were at long ago. But yeah, I guess we'll be at you next week with another brand new exciting episode. Until then, I'll talk to you later, John.
Peace out.
If you like the Deep Purple podcast and would like to support the show, please consider joining our Patreon or donating on PayPal. Patrons get full access to the podcast, Discord server, ratings, spreadsheets, and live stream invites. You can also leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts to help new people discover the show. You can follow the show on Blue Sky, Facebook, Instagram, or Threads. You can also check out the website at deeppurplepodcast.com for show notes and more. Contact us via email at John or Nate at deeppurplepodcast.com. Thanks for listening. If you like the Deep Purple podcast and would like to support the show, please consider joining our Patreon or donating on PayPal. Patrons get full access to the podcast, Discord server, ratings, spreadsheets, and live stream invites. You can also leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts to help new people discover the show. You can follow the show on Blue Sky, Facebook, Instagram, or Threads. You can also check out the website at deeppurplepodcast.com for show notes and more. Contact us via email at John or Nate at deeppurplepodcast.com. Thanks for listening.